welcome back to Simple Truth. Trying to make some simple truths out of the story of David. We're in 1 Samuel. We're in chapter 22. I want to pick it up in verse 5. David just took his parents to the king of Moab, asked him to take care of them while he was figuring out what God had for him. Then it says in verse 5, Then the prophet Gad said to David, Don't stay in the stronghold, leave and return to the land of Judah. So David left and went to the forest of Hereth. Again, God called David to be king over Israel. It's important for him to be in that battle with the people, right? Again, there are times where you and I, we run to a stronghold. We talked about it. We run to the cave. We run to the place that makes us feel safe, where we just need to get our wits about us. We need to get back in tune with God. We need to figure out some things. David was running away from the king who was going to kill him. And he ran to a safe place. Those things are important. But if we're not careful, we're going to stay in the safe place because we feel safe there. Right? Why wouldn't we stay here? No, safe places are meant for a time, for a season. Even the safe sanctuary cities that were set up by God, they were made for people to go and stay for a season. Right? Until they could go back home. And so Gad, the priest, says, listen, this isn't where you're supposed to be. Go back to where you're from. See the same thing later on in the story of Elijah. Go back, Elijah. Go back to where you're supposed to be. Again, taking a moment, getting a good look at things, getting our bearings again. All those things are important. And every good general knows sometimes you start the battle and then you got to regroup. You got to re-look at things. I love watching the battles of Gettysburg and places like that because that's what happened over a course of 3 days. It was, listen, let's start the battle, then we take a second. All right, how do we come at this again? Maybe a different way. We want those moments, but we need to realize you're not meant to be in the safe city, the safe place, the stronghold forever. You're made to be, right, with the plan that God has for you. So go back to work, right? Go back wherever it is that you need to go back and get ready to fight again. We all need the refreshers. We all need the breaks, but go back, right? So again, David listened and David went. He went back to a forest. Right, so are there some situations that maybe you've run away from? Maybe you've been avoiding some health things, maybe some church things, maybe some home things, maybe some workplace things, maybe some financial things. You just needed a second. Get back in to the fight. Be where God has called you to be. Hard to be the king of Israel when you're in the land of Moab. Right? Hard to be the king when you're somewhere where you shouldn't be. Be in your kingdom. Think about that. Chew on that. We'll see you right here next time on Simple Truth.